I accidentally hit start streaming at some point, so apparently Twitch might get the time my DM ERP with a minor.
This was a triplet group.
Okay.
Jake and Matt decided to kill their identical brother.
I knew the second I saw OP that they had the good type of human stripes. That's right. It's been months. I'm back on that bullshit.
You know, I got these like bison bone dice that make me feel like I'm channeling the spirits of my Mexican ancestors when I roll them. So, you know, it's like, obviously I'm going to be cleaning those dice because I need their unbridled power enforcing my every roll. Aww, she's back in the cuck chair. That's so cute. We need to get your cat like a cuck executive suite, you know?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Oh, that glare. See that? Moving my damn chair.
Aww, so cute. So, next story, I will go ahead and read the title for that one. Also, do you think I could get the mustache longer? Should I do like the handlebars or something?
Doing the handlebars, you're gonna like grow it till you can curl it, or?
I'm thinking about curling it at some point. I think it'd be kind of funny. Like the merchants in Fable, you know?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Your accent spontaneously changes.
Oh, of course.
When you grow it out.
Of course, me lord. Yeah.
Hey there, I'm a trader.
I'm here to sell goods and services.
There's only two accents you can have with a curly mustache. It's either that or it's like circus ringleader, you know?
Right, right.
Those are like the two styles of speaking. You just start speaking like Snively Whiplash.
What's your best circus performer impression?
Oh, I don't think I have one. My mustache ain't curly enough.
Oh, so you're saying like you're able to do it if you got the curly mustache?
Yeah. That's how you get it. You think it's vocal training? It's not. It's all in the mustache.
My goodness.
Some accents are back of the throat, you know? Other ones are tip of the mustache, you know?
Yeah, it's how the hair pulls on your lips.
Oh, it creates like a vacuum and then it booms out from there.
It's like Ratatouille, but you're skipping the middleman. The hair just does it on its own.
Yeah. So you don't need the rat.
Right, you don't need the rat.
Like, could you get a rat anyway? Is it like a mustache trimming rat?
I don't know. I don't know the logistics. I'm sure these circus ringleaders have all sorts of technology that enables them to do what they do.
I mean, they've been around for years. Clearly, they figured this out.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. They clearly, obviously, they have such high quality tech. We'd never be able to find out. Anyway, stories. We are here to read them. I don't think I can stand to play with another chaotic neutral player. I'm here to vent.
That's the title you give yourself to read?
Yep. What? What's wrong with this one?
No minors in this one, Crowe?
No. No one's getting sexually abused. No one's getting, like, beaten up. There's no death. Foreign countries haven't been invaded for oil. Like, everything's fine.
Okay.
It's just, yeah, it's just like, I'm just dealing with chaotic neutral players, you know? Like every other story I give you guys. Why would I give you a story that's, like, weird or crazy or something? That'd be insane. That'd be evil of me.
Uh-huh.
Anyway, I'm here to vent. I just played my first D&D campaign last semester. It was a real mixed bag of, this is really fun. Why haven't I played TTRPGs sooner? Oh, they gave the little, I've never seen that kind of smiley face.
What? You've never seen that emoticon?
In a while.
Oh.
That's like early
It's been a long time.
2010s emoticons. Like everybody just hits the little emojis.
Yeah, emoticons are way better than emojis in that. I miss them.
I do miss them too, because there was some art to them.
When you bring back.
Emoticon superiority.
I like the emojis, well, the emoticons rather,
There's a quirkiness to it.
where like you make like a little dude who's doing like things with his hands or his little faces and stuff that are like cheering and stuff. Yeah.
I'm gonna send you my favorite one. Yeah, that one's solid. Got some real mileage out of that one back in the day.
Oh yeah, with the little
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. He's got attitude.
the little flipping up fingers. God, he's so real for that.
He's so real.
He's so real for that.
That's the real Alex.
The wolf inside me.
Oh shit. I love how we got distracted within a sentence because of an emoticon. This dude just expressed joy and we just ran with it.
Sorry, it's just unk things happening. Anyway, stories. Yeah, stories. Yeah.
The rest of this video will be presented strictly in Leet speak.
God, if only the Crow's Perch, if it was actually good to watch, if it was peak. Anyway, it was a real mixed bag of, this is really fun. Why haven't I played TTRPGs sooner? And this f***ing sucks. I could be doing literally anything else instead of enduring the other players' BS. The biggest problem character was a chaotic neutral wood elf named Eldred. He was an absolute sociopath who sabotaged the group's effort to gain support from the local church because, haha, wouldn't it be so funny if I wild shape into a hawk and dive into the holy water? Throughout the game, he would constantly waste our limited time to solve the missing persons case that we were working on and trying to get a spider drunk and falling off a roof because he was drinking drinking nonstop. W drinking! We love alcohol!
W drinking.
Yeah! I'm not abusing alcohol, okay? I'd never abuse it. I love it too much.
We're sober this time.
Don't speak for all of us.
Oh no!
Next time, though.
Next time.
Next time.
In a graveyard sequence, he wasted more time and spell slots pretending to be a ghost for no reason at all. Once we progress further into the story, we realize that people were possessed by parasitic worms. Oh, classic. I hate when that happens. Me when I'm playing with my worm.
You just like rapid fire 3 jokes in there.
You gotta keep up, you know?
Editor, just pick one. Just pick one of those.
Nah. You get all 3, you cast the widest possible net.
That's how I work, you know? It's just, I spitball it. You gotta keep up with the crow's perch. Things just start happening.
This joke is a wide tent, let me tell you.
We're building a big tent here. Big tent.
Coalition joke.
Yeah, that's gonna hit 5 people that are into them. One half of the group wanted to kill everyone that might be infected, and Eldros made jokes. Okay, great, because he was using mold earth to create a giant enclosure to trap the villagers inside so they could be set on fire. Classic. Okay, all right.
I see why jokes was in quotation marks.
Incorrect spelling of mold. Haha, the earth is moldy. Haha.
Oh, it's like meld earth, isn't it? Or what? How do you spell that?
Like MOULD, like if you're molding the earth. This is moldy earth, covered in mold. Got him.
This is exclusively a Canadian and like European thing.
Wait, no, I don't think that's true.
No, bud.
No, it's mold in American, goddammit. It's mold.
Mold, that's gotta be.
I hate to tell you. Yeah.
What the
I was so confused. I thought you were going for just a really stupid joke.
You barbarians need to use your letters. They're good for you. You have to use your U's. Come on!
I'm sorry I'm not wearing my armoire right now. On my way to get some crayons so I can color.
I'm the only one here with any honor.
Oh, shit.
At the end of our campaign, we were trapped in psychic flashbacks, and Eldred just straight up tried to kill the kids in his home village. It was absolutely horrendous. Motherfucker act like a person. And to top it all off, he had the gall, the brazen audacity to call me boring because I wanted to do the plot and finish the campaign before finals. You know what's really boring? Not making progress.
Yes, I agree so hard. Make progress. It's so fun.
How do you guys handle assholes like Eldred? Thomas, when you're dealing with a chaotic neutral Eldrad, as it were, not with a U, there's no U in Eldrad. Obvious. What's your solution? How do you deal with a player like that? How do you deal with a chaotic and neutral?
To this level, I've never really had to deal with it that much. I'll be fully honest with you. But like...
Really?
Yeah, oddly enough, I've had people who do this kind of shit in like maybe a session or, you know, when they're very fresh and starting out. But it's never been an issue that persisted, and I really had to have like a sidebar talk. But if I did, I would just have a brief sidebar talk and be like, hey bud, stop, in a much more polite way that I think that person would be open to hearing.
Yeah, I'm just imagining you're just like, you put your hand on their shoulder. Hey man.
Don't.
Could you like not?
Yup.
Don't do that.
Just don't do it.
Stop it.
Stop it.
Help.
Get some help.
Get some help.
Like, honestly, that's step one, and I usually play with friends, people I already know in some capacity. And I've brought a lot of people who, it's their first time playing TTRPGs, they're just friends of mine and try, so I bring a lot of new players into it. So, like, I've never had the issue of struggling in a conversation like that, and, like, I'm very much of the mindset, if that first conversation doesn't really work, just stop playing D&D with them. Like, I'm not the type to struggle to make it work.
Honestly, yeah.
I understand why some people put in that kind of effort. I don't want to. I have more important things in my life. I'm 30. I will just play with the people that I already mesh with easily. I'm not gonna fight for it.
God, f***ing preach.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm 30 is gonna be my new excuse. Whenever I'm dealing with somebody who's way too annoying in D&D, I'm just gonna say, I can't
30.
do this anymore. I'm 30, you know?
Yep. I'll just say that every time you invite me to a video, Crowe. Sorry, I'm not reading anymore.
I'm 30. I have things to do. I'm gonna go make my own D&D YouTube videos.
Oh, of course. Where you read about fetish content and the time that player pretended to be 2 people.
That's Such a good story.
Naturally.
I have never heard anything quite like that.
Yes. Yeah, you guys cover your subreddits. I'm just going to cover the LPRP subreddit. That's
Oh, base.
we just separate spheres.
You can't just take that all for yourself.
No, you just want all the elves.
No, I can and I did. It's mine.
No, I want to.
The algorithm has given the viewers to me for this content.
Have you no on hour?
God damn it.
I do. I'm the only one who has on hour. Hang on, let me move my tab over so I'm looking more at the camera.
Wait, stare into my eyes when you're looking at the camera. A little wider. Wider.
You can't just lean in to
More?
pretend like you're making your eyes
More?
wider. We know that's just making your eyes bigger because you're closer. I'm not a baby.
My eyes are
I'm not a baby. I get how that works.
Oh,
No!
Where does eyes go? Oh, where does eyes
Oh,
go?
they're gone now. They're gone. There's no more eyes.
Quick, hide!
Stop it!
Am I the asshole for feeling completely burned out after my DM slowly twisted my character into something I never chose, while repeatedly erasing my progress?
I'm gonna be fully honest. When you put it like that, no, you're not the asshole.
Am I the asshole for my DM taking a pitchfork and stabbing me repeatedly and then telling him maybe you should quit a little bit? You know, maybe you should like stop.
No.
He punched me and called me nerd boy. Am I in the wrong?
What if I am a little nerd boy?
Reddit!
You could be a little nerd boy. I mean, the DM would be right there. We're not playing official D&D, but homebrew fantasy system created by our DM, set in his own long-running world.
All right, I already see the problem. Anyway, go on.
This is probably the 5th campaign, the 5th edition of this system. Oh my god.
It's called 2024 now, sweaty.
Actually, this is one
One
homebrew
homebrew
system. Come on.
It's just GURPS.
This is probably the 5th campaign in the same timeline. We play almost every week for about 5 hours per session, so everything I'm describing happened over many real-life months. In this campaign, I'm playing a wizard. This is already my 4th character. 2 of my previous characters died, and 1 I retired voluntarily because it made sense story-wise. This one was meant to be the character I could finally commit to long-term. Earlier in the campaign, our party found a powerful magical relic connected to an ancient fire god. In this system, characters are born under specific signs that grant unique bonuses, and players invest points into them during character creation. This relic was clearly tied up to one specific sign and to this fire god. The DM and the group suggested that I create a fire wizard born under that sign. The party needed a damage dealer, the relic was said to be searching for someone like that, and it sounded like a strong narrative hook. I fully committed. I built my entire character. Backstory, beliefs, and long-term goals around fire magic, the relic, and discovering who this fire god truly was. In character, the party even gifted me the relic because it fit my character perfectly. In the first session with this character, we met an extremely powerful NPC the party had encountered in earlier campaigns. An old woman who looks like a fairy tale witch. She's known for doing both great good and terrible things, supposedly invented alchemy thousands of years ago, and protects powerful magical artifacts. My character didn't know any of that, only vague rumors that she was dangerous.
Ever since he said like the fairy godmother over here is like old, I'm just imagining like the fairy godmother in Shrek, and like I can't unsee him now as like being Prince Charming, like a fire-themed Prince Charming whose hair is just like waving in the wind as he's like, I need to get more of these fire god totems and spells. Not now, whiskers. Daddy's channeling delayed blast fireball.
Well, now that's what I'm picturing too. Thank you for that image.
Yeah, we're all gonna be on the same page now. Thank you.
Yeah. You're welcome.
Crowe, I think you're doing exactly what the DM did, though, and
True.
shoehorning him
This
into
isn't
a
what he
character
created.
that he did not choose.
Oh,
Is Crowe the asshole?
Oh no, you are the see. It's am I the asshole? No, is the DM the asshole? No, Crowe is the asshole.
I think Crowe's the asshole.
Her first interaction with us was immediately demanding that I give her the relic. My character refused. She claimed the relic was too dangerous for weak people and said she would test us. Out of character, I told the party that I didn't want to lose the relic immediately because my character was built around it. But I also didn't want a party wipe. I said they should decide as a group and I would adapt. We accepted the test and failed it.
Aw.
You are the ass.
Womp womp.
Get better, dude. Get good.
You should have just been worthy.
Skill issue.
I explicitly said in character that she would take the relic. The DM ignored this and had her simply leave. Later, out of game, the DM told me that I should have given her the relic earlier because she would have given me something else instead. That already felt unfair to me because I had no way of knowing that, and I was role-playing strictly based on what my character knew.
I don't know. Okay, all right. Look, if I told you, hey, bad thing's gonna happen unless you do X, and you go, but I want good thing instead. And I'll be like, me as DM, pull sleeves up. Okay, all right. If you want good thing harder. And they're like, okay, good thing harder. And it's like, okay, so good thing harder. So good thing harder mean do this other thing in addition to X, and good thing maybe. And then they go, okay, you're accepting the devil's bargain. You're walking into the
Yeah, it's true. And they failed the test.
You're walking into the Thunderdome at that point, right? Like you're saying, okay, yeah, and then they failed, you know?
And we clearly saw him just tell us a lie. Did you notice that?
Oh.
Because he just said to us, oh, and I chose not to give it to her because good item that my character's built around.
Yeah.
2 sentences later, well, based on my character's knowledge, I was role-playing.
Yeah.
No, that's not the justification you gave 2 sentences ago.
No, the justification they gave was build.
It changed.
Unreliable narrator already.
It appears you've been telling a little bit of
Kitten.
lies, princess.
You've been telling lies on the internet.
Oh my god! Oh, kitten. Sheridan, can you get the cat cam going on?
Look at the camera, bitch.
People are watching. Princess, wake up.
She's not getting up for anything.
No, she's dead to the world. As the campaign continued, strange things began happening in the world. The sun itself started harming people, and the more sinful someone was, the more it burned them. In this setting, the light is not simply good, the light judges everyone. Sin doesn't automatically mean evil actions. Uh-oh, double hyphen, we know what that means.
Also, just so you guys know, that's called an M-dash.
Only a bot would know that, clearly.
Thomas, there's something you want to tell us? You know, we're actually going to be having dinner later, Thomas. Would you want, like, steak, or would you prefer, like, the entirety of Lake Michigan's water?
I think in a competition between the entirety of Lake Michigan's water and a steak, Elon Musk is clear winner here. He takes it by a mile with his genius intellect and ability to guzzle both steaks and water.
I knew it was you, Grok! A goddamn wire back in my chat!
It represents how close someone is to darkness and demonic influence. Every person has sins, and having sins alone doesn't make someone evil. While traveling, we encountered a group escorting a woman who was badly burned by the sun. She looked like an ordinary villager. Feeling sorry for her, my character gave her a magical ring to help her survive. After some roleplay and conversation, my character suggested spending the night together. Based on everything my character knew,
really try.
it was normal and consensual. Days later, it was revealed to another party member, not to me, that this woman was actually a demon cultist carrying a succubus. The night together was a ritual.
Wait. His man batter was the succubus?
Wait, what?
Is that what we're saying?
Yeah.
That it's gonna become...
My character didn't know this, and I didn't know this as a player either. Everyone pointed it to being just a curse. Wait, what part is a curse? He doesn't know any of this, and everyone's just like, oh yeah, that's just a curse. When you... Oh, am I missing something?
Yeah, it's a little confusing. I'm assuming something is happening, or it was like, hey, after you do this sleepy thing, roll.
Oh, he said the night together was a ritual,
Right.
and he was infected. He got infected by something. So he got like demon STDs or something.
Right, okay.
Which is why you should always rubber up, is the real lesson we're learning here.
Later, a powerful servant of light encouraged us and placed a seal on me. I was told, and I believed, that this seal was containing the corruption inside me. As far as I knew, I was cursed, not possessed. So thus far, The DM isn't really forcing him to be anything.
Not yet.
No.
He's just kind of had stuff happen to him.
But he literally just got possessed, so I think we're about to have the DM start doing that via the possession. That's my guess.
Throughout all of this, in the background of everything happening, I was constantly trying to learn anything about my fire god and the relic my character was built around.
Wait, hold on.
We played almost every week for 5 hours per session. Yeah.
So when he says the relic my character was built around, maybe they're not actually talking about a build, and they're actually talking about
Like a story kind of thing?
their character is built around the idea of this relic. So maybe that wasn't an inconsistency earlier.
Oh.
Because they built the concept of the whole character, maybe built included, but just the concept of the whole character around a relic and then trying to like learn about it.
Oh, like the relic wasn't actually something that
Right.
gave them like statistical power, that it was
Right.
something that was like narrative. Okay, if that's the case, then I do think that like, hey, that is kind of fucked up, but still, they did wager it. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think maybe he shouldn't have just wagered it still.
It's possible.
But like, I guess we'll see how the rest of this goes. Yeah.
Well, the thing is, I think the second they got in there, the hag started demanding it. So the DM was like, give me the thing that's super important to your character.
yeah.
That's true.
He was like, no, but he was like, I don't want to fully say no because we might TBK. So I don't know.
Either way, what I know about this character is he's like a truck guy.
Yeah.
Like, his only personality is his truck.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting out of this.
So the relic is like fiery trucker nuts.
Tell me about yourself. Well, I got a fire rock. What are your interests? Well, my fire rock looks pretty good, I think.
Looks pretty good, I think.
Yeah, kindling that thing. Woo!
What are you doing this weekend? Oh, well, I bought some wax. I think I'm going to polish up the old rock.
I would never drive an automatic fire rock. Me and my fire rocker would.
That god offered one of us the chance to become his champion. I refused because accepting would have completely destroyed my character's entire motivation. That makes sense. Before the final fight, the DM suggested out of character that I ask my god to empower my flames. In the final battle, the enemy turned out to be a fire elemental, and fire magic barely worked. I prayed to my god and used a very powerful ability granted by my sign, something I had heavily invested in during character creation. The DM described how fire is unforgiving, and my own spell ended up killing my character. I only survived because of a one-time save mechanic. After dying, my character experienced a symbolic moment. I was presented with two paths. One was a radiant, familiar path associated with the light. The other looked like a path of fire, magma, and volcanoes. Fire had always been my character's identity, so I chose that path. After the party defeated the elemental, my character was reborn from its heart. At the exact moment, I was told that the seal placed by the light had been broken, and that because of this, my character had become a worse person. In this world, that doesn't mean morally flawed, it means being closer to darkness and demons. This confused me deeply. From my perspective, my character hadn't knowingly done anything evil. He had tried to help people, refused darker offers, and acted according to what he believed was right. At the same time,
I kind of feel where he's going with that it does feel kind of harsh. But he also did say earlier that he understood, and I think he even mentioned it in this paragraph, that being closer with the darkness doesn't necessarily mean that he did like a bad moral thing. So I guess like, I don't know why he's confused about that, because it seems to be in line with what he's saying. It's like, okay, yeah, it was a rejection of whatever the light path was, with therefore being dark from the basis of it being an opposite in some kind of way, right? So it's like...
Yeah, because the light judges all things, not just sinners, I think, the point that it makes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the light, maybe you could say the light's kind of like an asshole.
Yeah, and I mean, like, if we're talking core fantasy tropes, if you are devoted to fire as an element, like this character seems to be, in many and perhaps most fantasy settings as like an elemental force, you would typically call fire one of the more evil ones. So like being slightly on the evil side of the like cosmic morality spectrum, not the ethics spectrum, but the cosmic morality, makes some sense. That's not unreasonable.
Yeah, fire
You know?
destroys things, even if it does also cause rebirth in the form of forest fires, then leading to acorns falling and new trees growing, things like that, right? It's like, I get it that he's frustrated frustrated with that, but you're right in that doesn't seem to really betray a lot of fantasy tropes. And if we want to even use like D&D as an example, in the elemental plane of fire, there are deals made in the hells between the elemental plane of fire all the time. So it's like, I get why he's mad. I get why he's frustrated about that, but it also seems like from what he's saying, he kind of gets it too. I don't know.
Yeah. At the same time, almost all of my magical items were destroyed.
That's actually a little.
That's a lot. That's pretty fun.
That's actually kind of fucked up. He didn't need it.
Including my original relic. They done broke his fire rock.
No, not the fire rock.
He didn't even have insurance because it's for sissies.
You know that's a scam.
I lost my fire rock because of woe. They took it from me. Who can say where the wind be good?
Yeah. Including the original relic my character was built around. In exchange, I gained extremely strong fire-related bonuses like immunity to fire, mechanically strong, yes, but narratively, my character's core was gone. I don't think that's true. If this character really was just a truck guy but about his rock, that's a weakness of the character.
I am inclined to agree. I had a character, I was playing Masao Takeda, who was like a samurai, like warrior in Crispy Sabrin's campaign, and one of his main things was he was carrying around the sword that belonged to his master. One of the twists that we had for this opening of the one shot we did is that he loses a sword, and it's not just lost, it's broken. His sword is broken and it cannot be reforged. And it's like a character arc afterward was basically like, I've devoted my entirety of my person around being a weapon. You know, the sword represented that. And then I lost it, you know, who am I now? You know, it's like, that's actually room for like character exploration now. It's like, I built my entire life around my Ford pickup fire rock. And now, because I didn't have insurance, I lost it forever. And it's like, who am I now that I no longer have this thing with me?
In this case, it's, you know, number one, opportunity for character development. Number two, this guy lost his fire rock and he became the fire rock.
Right, he is the rock now.
He got fire powers. He still has his fire everything.
He's reborn like a phoenix.
When you lost your sword, you didn't get sword powers. This guy traded away his rock for fire powers. You know, this doesn't feel like the end of the character arc.
Yeah.
This feels kind of like a lack of imagination.
I feel like I'm in a mixed bag. I'm 50% dipping my foot in the pond with y'all, but I'm 50% on the other side of the fence, because it kind of just feels like two people who are relatively new to TTRPGs, both the person running it and the person playing this character, and they just didn't communicate what the hell they wanted. Because I also see the classic early DM trope of like, oh, I'll use their plot relevant thing and like break it and ruin that whole side thing, but in exchange they get this crazy big bonus and they'll love it without questioning or asking what they want the story with that relic to be, or exploring that further, because clearly the person is interested in exploring what this relic is and where it came from. And before the DM even answers one question, he destroys it and it's gone. But also everything you guys said was fully true. So it just seems like they don't want to budge.
Yeah, I just think you're being very materialistic.
I will say, a little f***ed up to break all those magic items. I think that was kind of, that was a little out of line.
That is pretty fucked up. After this, my god expected proof of devotion. This wasn't explicitly forced by the DM, but it was clear that a meaningful sacrifice was expected. Killing an innocent person or betraying a party member wasn't an option for my character, so my character came up with the idea of gouging out his own eye and throwing it into the lava as an offer. I hesitated in character to give the party a chance to intervene. They didn't.
Okay.
So I went through with it. Okay, I think that's a cool solution to that problem.
This is so cool, and I take back a lot of what I said, because I feel like this is actually, boom, you just got your connection to your god. Like, that's cool.
Yeah, he is his connection to his god now. You're right, like he became the fire rock.
He became the 4x4 lifted fire rock.
Yeah, he is Truck-kun.
For a short while after this, things finally felt stable again. We entered another dungeon, an old dwarven city under attack by fire creatures. There was a tunnel these creatures were coming from, and because I was immune to fire, I was the obvious choice to scout it. I went through and found a portal leading to a realm of fire. I was allowed to ask my god one question. I asked what he wanted from me. The answer was vague and unsettling. I was told to believe in him, but not in what claimed to represent him.
Typical god.
So, I'm sure that will make more sense in a second. Yeah,
Matthew Mercer, the winds begin blowing in opposite directions kind of talk. I get it.
Yeah.
Average caduceus to his deity dialogue.
Something then came through the portal. I ran back to warn everyone. A massive fire spell erupted from the tunnel. The party avoided it, I didn't. Once again, all of my equipment was destroyed by fire.
Ah, that's kind of annoying.
What the
So now he's like naked, like immune to fire, like he just blew all his clothes off.
Give a character fire immunity and then punish them for getting in a fire? F you.
That's actually annoying.
Here's the thing though, that's not what this thread is complaining about.
It's true, he didn't bring this up, I don't think.
Am I the asshole for being mad that my DM kept destroying my gear?
If that were the question,
No, you're not the asshole. Yeah, I'd be on his side.
because that's excess. I know he gives him just enough gold to keep repairing it and then some, right?
Yeah.
But it's still kind of annoying. It's like, come on, we're doing this every f***ing time. Like, like really? All my shit gets blown schmoove off and I'm just like naked standing in the flame after every encounter. It's like, come on, bro.
Using the reward money, I rebuilt my gear yet again so that I could keep playing. Only later, when we finally reached a monastery of light, did the truth come out. The clerics revealed that I wasn't merely cursed, I was fully possessed by a demon.
Ooh.
The items I had been carrying were revealed to be tainted as well. That's when it became clear that the corruption had been influencing everything. An exorcism was required. It took 3 in-game years. During that time, the rest of the party was allowed to train and gain mechanical bonuses. I gained nothing. I was told I should just be grateful that my character even survived.
What the f?
Oh, come on, you gotta give him some post-exorcism bonus.
Yeah, because he should have given him something at least. I wonder if the reason was because maybe the other players felt like he got like a huge mechanical benefit already for having all this extra like demon powers. And then it's like now they're getting a little bit of a bonus as well, even though it's not nearly as much compared to literally being immune to fire.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, if he's the only one who's been like chosen by some god and gets all these things, then
Yeah, I could kind of see where other players would be feeling like they're not getting as much in comparison.
But also, all of his magical gear got destroyed twice, so it kind of negates that.
That is also annoying as hell.
So, like, he did get it,
Yeah.
but then immediately was like,
Like, here you go. Here's a little bit of power. Oh, it's over here now. You gotta be quicker.
yeah.
after the item, all of my magical items
Wait, what?
destroyed again except for one.
What?
What?
Wait.
Okay, now it's annoying. Now it's annoying.
After the exorcism, all of my magical items were destroyed again?
That's some bullshit.
This DM has never recovered reading about rust monsters.
He saw a rust monster in one game and he's like, what if every single enemy
Yeah.
did that?
After years under the judgment of the light, he had become deeply devoted to it and was now likely on the path to becoming a priest. Only at the very end did I learn the final truth. The choice that I believed was light versus fire was never that at all. It was actually light and heaven versus darkness and hell. The demon inside me had deliberately disguised hell as fire,
Damn, wish I had a demon inside me.
knowing that fire was my character's identity. By choosing that path, I hadn't embraced my god more deeply, I had unknowingly stepped closer to the demon.
Okay.
Okay.
So, yeah.
I see the twist, like, oh, this was a twist the whole time, like, ooh, wool over your eyes. You realize the thing you were following the whole time was the bad guy.
What a twist!
But also, I'm miffed about it because let's give the bad guy thing a little bit more power than just like, here's immunity to fire. Also, I'm blowing all your shit schmoove off every single time you try to do anything. Exorcism, your shit gets blown schmoove off. You step in a little bit of fire,
Right.
your shit gets blown schmoove off. You know, so it's like every time.
And also, like, was there any hinting to this? Because they said they didn't even know they were possessed until, like, after this choice was made. Like, was there any hint, any possible information or checks given
Yeah.
to, like, pick up on that?
I think he
Yeah.
said like one of the other player
Yeah.
characters knew, and then it's just like that's all he was given.
Unfortunately, I do feel like this story is, the way it's written, kind of lacks some details that make me really understand who's at fault.
There's some missing stuff. So now the fire wizard I had originally created, built around an ancient fire god and a powerful relic, has turned into a weakened, gearless, light-aligned religious figure, while the rest of the party is significantly stronger than me.
Oh,
Okay, now I agree with them. That's actually kind of dog shit.
wait, they didn't come up with the idea of, oh, I've been with the priests forever, so now I'm a part of the light? Did the DM push that on them?
We weren't told if he came up with that. When I try and talk about how frustrating this feels, the DM tells me I'm just crying and that this is how the story was meant to go. At this point, I feel completely burned out and close to quitting. I feel like we don't have enough details to fully figure out who was at fault here.
Right. There is a lot of here is what happened, not here is how it happened.
Yeah. And in this guy's account, it does sound like he's making choices.
Right.
Really?
Well, not in like every moment. There's a lot of like gaps where it's, did he make this choice or did this just happen to him? But we see that at a lot of points at the story, he's making choices like cutting out his eye and stuff like that. He does have some agency. He got to choose which path he was on, etc., etc. He is making choices.
Even if he didn't really like know the full gravity of those choices, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I don't know.
I will say, regardless of whether or not he actually had the agency that it seems like he did, I really dislike how the DM decided to just kind of keep messing up his build constantly in a way that I think after the third time is when I was saying like, okay, all right, like this just feels like this is excessive. Like, come on, bro, really? An exorcism breaks all his magic items. You're telling me he didn't just take them off?
Yeah, and why did it take 3 years? What plot point is that?
Yeah, that's a lot. That's a lot.
That's so weird to me.
That's a lot of time for an exorcism. Okay, so there's an update. I talked to my DM, giant block of text, by the way.
Ooh, oh, love that for you. You're reading all that.
I talked to my DM directly and told him that I'm unhappy with how things have been going and how powerless I feel about my character's direction and progression. His response was that this is ultimately my responsibility because I chose to ignore warnings earlier in the campaign. From his perspective, the consequences that I'm dealing with are now entirely on me, and he doesn't feel responsible for fixing or rebalancing anything. To clarify what those warnings actually were, as he explained them to me. After my character unknowingly became cursed after speaking with the woman, I encountered several NPCs connected to the light. First, a priest told me that there was something very wrong with my soul and advised me to go to the cathedral.
Well, you see, his first mistake was that he slept with a woman. Obviously, he should have been with the homies.
That's true.
Yes.
He needs to be punished.
Absolutely.
So that was his first mistake.
He took time away from his rock to go sleep with a woman.
Polishing the rock and kissing the homies is what he should have been doing.
Yeah.
And instead, he was hanging out with the femoids.
Later, I met a former pope/high-ranking light figure who independently told me the same thing, that I should go to a cathedral as soon as possible. After that, a powerful servant of the light placed a seal on me. I was explicitly told that the seal was containing the curse and preventing it from influencing me. At that point, both my character and I believed the situation was temporarily under control.
Fair.
As a group, we already had a clear plan for what we wanted to do next, and we decided to continue with that plan instead of immediately dropping everything and going to the cathedral. I still believe this matters. The DM knew what our party's plan was at the time, and it was clear that we weren't going to instantly abandon it. The warnings existed, but they weren't framed in a way that made it obvious that delaying would lead to such severe and long-term consequences. According to the DM, however, not going to the cathedral immediately despite those warnings is the core mistake that justifies everything that followed.
Let's stop here for a second, because I'm of two minds of this. I know this probably doesn't go for everybody. I know there's a lot of people who play like darker games and stuff to where they wouldn't give that kind of warning. For me personally, I would probably be like, okay, you're choosing not to go there right now, and give a little bit of to the character that they feel like something's wrong. You know, like they give a little bit to the character that it's like,
yeah,
as they're actively choosing to pursue this other path, that it's like, you know, give them a little bit of like, here's your last chance to be able to go back to go fix this.
Talk about how the seal slowly deteriorate.
Yeah, exactly. Like, give something about the seal.
Like there's so much you can do with it.
Because another thing too is like, you know, because I played this adventure for Numenera called Devil's Spine, and the whole thing is like your characters are all getting progressively stronger because you're being infected with the Devil's Spine in the game. And it's like, okay, you're getting more powers, you're getting all this cool shit, right? But you get told immediately like, hey, while you have this, at some point, you don't know when, it's gonna kill you and turn you into like one of the monsters. And then it's like, yeah, okay, you know that that's gonna be happening. But then you start to kind of forget about it a little bit because you get a bunch of powers. You feel stronger and you feel really cool. But then there's like a little bell curve where it starts to dip, and then you start losing those things, and then you start losing powers, and then it's like, oh, I'm losing health. I'm dying. Cool. Oh God, you know?
Yeah.
So I think if he presented in that kind of way of like, let's keep having you get stronger and stronger and stronger, and then as this like seal starts to fade, it's like you feel like the levee's about to break, and now we're dipping into you really need to fix this, or it's going to be too late.
Sounds like there were some warnings. There could have been a few more. Yeah, I don't know. I'm still in that like we don't know enough of the in-betweens to know like how like were there enough?
Yeah. If I had, I agree with that fully, but if I had to pick a side, I would say most of this is giving me the vibe that this is a newer DM who made those flaws of just hiding too much information, right? The priest literally walked up and was like, there's something wrong with your soul, go to the cathedral, and they didn't connect it to anything at all. They didn't have any kind of connection to the woman.
I'm actually with you there, because I fucking hate, I despise, especially 5e newer DMs tend to do this, where they just omit everything. They just don't tell you like important things. And it's really, really frustrating because then it's like,
because you wouldn't know, right?
Oh, you don't know?
How would you know this? Right, exactly. Yeah.
You walk in the room, what do you see? Roll perception? You don't know?
Yeah.
You don't know? It's like, shut up, I have eyeballs, I can see things, I can feel things, you have to tell me things that my character would be able to know or kind of have instinctive feelings about, that it's like, hey, if I feel like my body is being slowly possessed by a demon, then, I don't know, make it feel like my body's like not my own anymore. I would know when I wake up in the morning and I'm like, wah, 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 and I'm yawning and my right arm doesn't want to move, you know? And it's like, what's it doing, bro? And it's like, I want to punch something today. And it's like, bro, stop it, you know?
And just understanding that even if genuinely the characters would not have a reason to know something, sometimes it just makes a better story and cohesive game if you just feed them the information anyways, because then they're in the loop as players as to what's going on.
Even if you have to give it out of character.
Yeah, so like with that woman, I would describe some way, somehow, a connection to that night being the root cause. That way they just have something to go off of and they know that this didn't come out of nowhere, right?
Yeah.
But with how it's worded, it seems like those connections just didn't exist. It's like, all right, you're now in the portal dimension. Choose fire or light.
Yeah.
Bitch. Like, and they don't even know they're possessed.
For additional context, from the moment my character slept with that woman, that's the mistake, and became unknowingly cursed, everything that followed, the curse reveal, the loss of agency, the exorcism, and the current progression issues has happened over the last 5 sessions. Regarding downtime and progression, after the exorcism, my character went through a long downtime period, focused entirely on the cathedral and the light. During that downtime, I did receive some bonuses and learned a few light-themed abilities and spells. However, compared to the rest of the party, what I received feels extremely limited. Roughly 10% of what the others gained during their own downtime, where they were free to train, improve their builds, and grow mechanically. I also did not gain a class level during this time.
That's actually kind of fucked up.
Instead, I was told that going forward, I need to roleplay in a way that justifies continuing as a wizard rather than transitioning into a light cleric. When I said that I don't like having my class progression effectively gated behind roleplay approval, the response was that this is still a consequence of earlier choices and something I have to deal with.
But uninformed choices. Oh.
At this point, it feels clear that my character's progression is conditional. Continuing as a wizard requires ongoing justification, and my concerns about this situation aren't really being acknowledged. Given all of this, do you think those warnings were sufficient to justify everything that happened to my character afterwards, including the loss of agency and stalled progression? The end.
I think this update was enough to convince me that I don't think he's the asshole. I think genuinely it seems like the DM is omitting information. At first I was wondering if like he was actually being a little bitch about this.
Yeah, I feel you.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, also we thought that like there was that inconsistency with him wanting to power game the relic, not realizing he was using the term built, not mechanically, but just more.
I think maybe that's just the wrong terminology. It seems like, just like with using the wrong terminology, it seems like there's an inconsistency of communication happening in this game to begin with. So, you know, that seems par for the course that he would use the wrong word then. I think that's kind of fucked up. I think it's okay to punish your players. It's fine. A lot of them are bratty subs and they're into it.
I love the kind of woman that can kick my ass.
You should be able to punish your players, I think. My problem is you also need to communicate what those things are, even if you do it out of character, just to kind of hammer home that, like, you know, I mean, this happens when you watch like any of Brennan Lee Mulligan's games all the time, where they're like, he'll say things like, if a really big thing is going to be happening, this is a really big deal, and if you fail this test, you're gonna fucking die. You know, he does shit like that all the time in his games, you know?
Let them know what the consequence is and why.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, okay, so even if something happens that's a sneaky kind of thing, like, you know, him being with that cultist caused demon baby to happen and him to be possessed, right? It's like, okay, sure. I personally don't like the idea of having like a little sneaky thing like that without a little bit of meta knowledge. I mean, even when I was playing another bug hunt for Mothership, it tells you when you're infected, you just don't have to tell anybody else, you know?
Yeah.
And I think that should have been communicated, and it should have been a little bit clear that he needed to do something immediately. And because of that, and because of the consequences that follow, I think, no, you are not the asshole regime is kind of a prick for that, and they need to work on how they communicate their consequences to their players.
Does your answer change knowing that OP is probably Gruck?
That they're probably Grok. Oh, that's true.
Could
Double
be.
hyphen. Oh no.
Double hyphen.
M dash.
Always
M
possible.
dash. Grok, can you type me up a version of this story that makes me not look like a prick?
Why, certainly.
You know, it'd say in its Reddit tone, tips Fedora. You know?
Now, the thing that definitely like teetered me over the edge to where it's like, I think this is just an asshole DM doing stereotypical bad DMing stuff, was if the DM actually said, as he quoted, that this is how the story was meant to go.
God, yeah, that's a red flag phrase.
Yeah, that's a big red flag. You know, I've certainly had bits where it's like, as a DM, sometimes you'll have characters, they end up kind of going on some arcs and you write ahead a little bit, but like, you still give them choices within that. You don't hard railroad them and stuff.
So, your conclusion, William, asshole, not the asshole.
I think not the asshole. I also don't think the DM is the worst ever. I think the DM wasn't clear about some things, and I think the player had signs that they should correct something and put that on the back burner for too long. But the DM probably should have been refreshing those reminders of like, hey, you're feeling the seal fade, you know? I think the DM is a solid 65% asshole.
Gotcha. He should have had more yellow paint, is your argument.
More yellow paint.
Yeah, he should have put some yellow paint X's over the barrels.
Yeah. So no one's the asshole then. I think the conclusion seems to be DM's mostly the asshole, and the player kind of got the raw end of the stick here, and they definitely should have got more warnings then. So commenters, roast us. Tell us why all of our opinions are bad. Get in the comments! Tell us why, like, you think actually the DM is the greatest ever, or why he's the worst, and we should have demanded he be hung and drawn and quartered out in the streets immediately, tarred and feathered, as it were.
I also will add, OP, you're now a super fucking cool holy light wizard. That's cool, man. You're not written into a corner here. You've got cool stuff you can do with holy fire. You're not out of this.
OP, imagine, if you will, light wizard. You're drawing power from the sun. You're shooting solar rays at people. That's cool shit.
We don't know if he can do that,
yeah.
though.
You don't care. Tell the DM to do it. You ever play Destiny? I'm sorry if you have, but if you have, be like the sun warlocks, you know? It's like, yeah, they're wizards, they're space wizards, and they do sun powers. Get a flaming giant sun sword and you're swinging it at people and you're casting fireballs and fire bolts everywhere. You know, you're calling upon fire nova grenades or something. I don't know what you do. Whatever you do in your game, in your non-5e game.
DM calls it to say, it's this or you give me a light rock.
Oh, light rock, that could solve it all.
You bring the rock back. Let's go.
Dwayne the Light Rock Johnson.
Give the eyebrow and everything whenever he's casting a spell with it, you know? Like, one of you guys gotta do it, because it's not gonna pop up on my camera. Unless Sheridan, you want to do some clever editing to give a Crow, like, the rock eyebrow.
It's just gonna be the rock's face doing it on a Crow, so you know it's not gonna be.
I'm expecting great things. High tier edit, high quality.
High quality.
And get in the comments, because we're taking your suggestions for new flavors of dice. Get them in your mouth, swish them around, spit them out. Nat 20.
That's what I wanted to bring up. We will end this with an ad read.
An ad read for mouth dice. Get some dice in your mouth.
Yeah, mouth dice. We'll swirl that shit around, you know?
Dude, we have to make a 90s kid cartoon ad for mouth dice.
We all agree that we start next collab
In
with us all
suits,
spitting out
dice. Sharks, we come here today as just saliva's dripping. And it's just Naigobi who we don't let in on the joke.
Yeah, naturally. It was lovely having you on. I appreciate you coming by and experiencing the fresh hell that I invite myself to whenever I do one of these videos. Check out Thomas Fitch on the YouTube channel, Thomas Fitch, William SRD on the William SRD YouTube channel, and I will see you all next time as the crow flies. Are you going to be the asshole next time? I don't know. Post about it on r/RPG horror stories. Maybe we can judge you there as well, and take care.